Cards and Hello, hello. Happy Saturday. Oh my goodness. Today we're doing the last day of our bow dually loadout, and this is probably going to be the last time I play dualies for quite a while, because I don't really like dualies very much. I think that they can be fun from time to time with a bow, or some other like close range loadout, but God, yeah, last time I was streaming, I died like probably 2 or 3 times just in like that 2 hour period, to just like bad RNG, and then yeah, I got like shotgunned or two tapped or headshotted because people had time to just light up their shots on me. So awesome. Anyways, we're running the same loadout that I've been running all week, which is a bow with full poison arrows. This is originally what I wanted to do, and then because I just like poison arrows don't really have like much of a place in PvP, I guess. Like they're nice if you hit someone and you don't kill them, because then they're poisoned for a good like 10 or 15 seconds. But the downsides are just kind of like, I don't know. You have way increased hipfire spread, you get less ammo with them. I don't know. I don't know if they're all really cracked up to be. And then for dualies, we're running dual paxes with a poison ammo as well, just because why not double down on poison along with some traps and an ammo box, because these things chew through ammo pretty damn quickly, and I want to be able to use my dualies more than for just like 1 or 2 engagements. And other than that, it's pretty standard. So I say we go ahead and hop right into this. Out of the hospital on Monday, and I get a new med that will hopefully keep me out of there. Nice, Half Wolf. Hopefully that works out for you, because yeah, it sounds like you've been having a pretty tough luck. I hate running any different arrow types with the bow. I do think for general purpose Toxic that like general purpose, the average player is going to have infinitely more success with just regular arrows than anything else. It's not like, you know, I don't know, because the bow is like a lot more utility focused. That's kind of like how I'm seeing poison arrows at this point. Like they do make clearing AI incredibly easy, except for immolators. Yeah, I don't know. They are just, eh. They're just not all they're cracked up to be. I think just regular arrows, having that tighter hip fire, like more people are gonna enjoy that. More people are going to enjoy that, or have better luck with that than anything else. 'Cause it's not like the crossbow where you have, you know, like lots of PvP oriented ammo types like steel bolts, which gives like a significant PvP advantage, or shot bolts, which also gives a significant PvP advantage. Like poison kind of does, and like, but frag arrows and concertina arrows are like, they function very differently. So yeah. Okay, let's get into this. The non-event weekly challenges carry over now? I have no idea. I don't really look at my weekly challenges unless it's an event going on. I don't really need the blood bonds. They're nice to have if I complete them passively, but I have no idea if they carry over or not. Let's see, do I hear people? Oh, that one was close. Don't know if they know I'm here or not. Should. Don't hear them though. I fear that they're like just waiting underneath me. This is a really awkward first fight. I think they're just waiting underneath me. Because, like, they should absolutely know that I'm here. I'm gonna drop down and regret this, aren't I? I told you I was going to. God damn it. Okay, that was bad. I got like stuck on something and I couldn't sprint for a little bit. I wonder if I like accidentally jumped too much. Yeah, I kind of got geometried there. We have Dragon's Breath, interesting. Putting traps on me. I don't think I'm standing up from this. I will make an attempt, but I don't know. I think I hear them reloading their shotgun. I'm gonna get Dragon's Breath as soon as I stand up. Alright, fuck it, let's just get this over with. Okay, whatever. Let's... that was not even a warm-up game. That was just a really unfortunate situation. An unfortunate conundrum, yes, that's it. Getting hit with silent poison usually makes me run for cover, while against normal ammo I might look for the shooter. Yeah, I don't know, it's like realistically poison isn't like that much deadlier than regular ammo. But I do kind of agree in a weird way. It's like, yeah, sometimes you get that debuff and you're just like, oh shit, I'm scared now. Even though realistically, like, obviously depending what they're shooting with, it might be like more detrimental for them to have poison than anything else. Pressure from arrows is enough to make people run for cover already. Yeah, I hear, like, if I hear a bow or a crossbow, I'm gonna be honest, I get nervous because I just know that those weapons have just so much potential to kill me. I do think that the bow and the crossbow are like some of the most slept on weapons in the game. They can kill you from like 35 meters to the chest easily. It is not hard to do. But I think the only thing that like stops them from being as good as they are, or being like just as popular as they probably should be, is people are just nervous to use them because, you know, oh, it's not a traditional firearm and you have to be very precise with it. It's like, I don't know, if you can use a Romero, you can use a crossbow. Hell, if you can use a Sparks, you can use a crossbow. Any single shot weapon, I guarantee you that the crossbow is, like, especially with steel bolts, is just as easy to use, if not easier. And the bow, like, you can just hip fire, obviously without poison arrows. With regular arrows, you can just hip fire it, and that's super, super good. Same with the crossbow. Crossbow also has, like, a decent amount of hip fire, too. I know, they are just very strong. Crazy one-tap range, silent utility, causes heavy bleed, or sometimes just kills you. The threat of an easy one-tap from a gun where you don't really know where it is. I mean, you can. You definitely can pinpoint where people are shooting from. If they are, like, very far away, if they're, like, you know, 40 plus meters away, yeah, okay, then maybe you're not gonna realize where they're shooting at you from. But Again, at that range, you're a lot less worried about it one-tapping you, right? I know how good the bow is, but it feels super awkward for me to use. Exactly. Like, I don't expect everyone to pick up, like, the bow and the crossbow, like, right away, which is exactly what I'm saying. Like, people thinking they're awkward or people, like, being nervous to try them, that's why the bow and the crossbow are not more popular. People don't see them as a traditional firearm. They don't see that, like, I don't think people realize how fucking good these weapons are. And even if they do, they're just, they're put off by them because they're not, you can't really just like point and click, even though you kind of can, but I don't know. It takes a little bit of finesse, but if you put in even just a little bit of practice with them, like using the crossbow with like steel bolts, especially now, it just kind of feels unfair sometimes. If you are having a good night and you are like just landing all of your crossbow shots and just plunking people in the chest, God, it feels it feels amazing. You feel like unstoppable. Oh shit. Ah. Probably gonna go for their friend here. Come on, dualies. Give me something. Ooh. Set their own traps? Guess they must have. I was gonna say, are there multiple teams here then? I'm gonna put this down here. Loot her real quick. Ooh. Might as well throw that there as well. Don't step on the poison. That was really close. I was very scared I was gonna fuck that up. Eesh. It's a bad spot to be. I need to try and move from here. Just nervous I don't really know where everyone is. I think I should probably try and move from here. Rotate around the compound a bit. Need to watch out for alert trip mines though, because they did place some of those around. Oh. I think they know I'm approaching from this way. Yep, that sure confirms that. Is one of their guys dead here then? Has to be. Maybe? I'm not sure. Seven shots left in this. Oh, see one all the way back there. A little closer, buddy. Be careful here. I don't know what she's loading into that secondary there. Actually, it just sounds like she's reloading the Mako. I shouldn't have trusted the dualies. Never mind, I should have trusted the dualies, my bad. Okay, I think that's everyone then. Oof. Okay. Is Rotjaw on the map? I might just go for Rotjaw. I have like I have no meds. I am low on ammo. I think I just try and go look for Rotjaw, or I just get out of here. I don't think there's any point in trying to fight them, because I doubt there's anyone there who's going to be able to, like... I actually have... There's a medkit inside here. Let me go grab that, but I can't. I cannot challenge Bounty right now. I need to be extra careful. Did anyone step in these traps? Oh, they did. They had antidote shots going, though, which is a shame. Otherwise, it would have killed them. Okay, I will head north, maybe, and see if Rotjaw is still on the map. Again, this should be everyone dead here. This guy, but... Someone died to one of my traps? Oh, did they? Check the other spot, then. Someone stepped on another trap, too. Oh, yeah, at least... I thought I heard footsteps. It was just Pop-Tart using her litter box. Oh my god. I was like, no way there's someone else still lurking around, and it was just Pop-Tart. Oh yeah, I did that. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna head out of here. There is Rotjaw. Okay. I'll see what they do. I might be able to get Rotjaw depending on where she is. But I really don't want to fight these guys right now, because again, I don't even have like pack mule or anything, so resupplying is going to be a pain in the ass, and I have no meds. But she named your cat? Thank you. She is a little gremlin thing. Alright, north it is. So yeah, the fact that there's like... I don't know, the fact that there's no one around makes me think that they might try and go for Rotjaw, but I'm not sure. So we shall see. Yeah, I mean, they killed each other as well, but I did do a large amount of the work. I don't know. I think worst case scenario, if they are going for Rotjaw, I either just get out or I let them take this, and then I can, depending on how quickly they go, they're just getting out. Okay, I get Rotjaw then. Nice. I was gonna say either they take this, either they take Rotjaw and then I just go back to the burn trait, or I just get out depending on where Rotjaw is. So it looks like they are leaving. So. Unless they're doing a really weird, like, U-turn, but don't see that happening. I guess Rotjaw's probably somewhere up in here. You started and finished the fight? I sure did. This is my try and guess wild target locations based on the clues. Gotten pretty good at it. Which does end up helping us get there first. Yeah, it's not too hard to figure out where Rotjaw and Hellborn are. There's like nothing for me up here. Especially when you know like kind of the places that they can spawn. You know, like I'm gonna guess Rotjaw's probably somewhere up in here. That's my best guess. Considering that's where the clue was pointing, and I know she doesn't really spawn like in this stretch of the river. She's usually like up in here, sometimes over here, but I think that's a little too far. A little too far right, where the thing was pointing. And yeah, Hellborn's even easier to track because like Hellborn does have very set locations, and I find it even easier to figure out where Hellborn is. It's looking like she's up in the top here, so that's fine. Can Hellborn spawn anywhere? Only got back to hunt like a month ago. Hellborn can only spawn on Mammon's Gulch, and Rotjaw can only spawn on every other map. Stillwater and Lawson, and presumably DeSalle too when it comes back. Could have gone and grabbed that thing back there, but I think I'll be okay. Might be able to cook a sticky bomb and chuck it on her if I can find her, but You... somewhere out here. Might be a little hard to... Is that her? No. He's somewhere in here. Rotjaw. Are you my sweet? Is she not in here? Is she like further north then? Oh, she might be, sometimes she can be like in here by Port Rico. That might be where she is right now. Forget about that spot. Do you think they'll ever bring back the Inferno event mechanic? I hope so. I think that if they are like able to do it, because again, it would be harder to do it now since they have the updated maps and whatnot. But I do think it would be a very missed opportunity to not bring it back. Considering that, like, again, with 2.0 and just over the last year, there's been so many more people who've gotten into Hunt, and even like older players who just would enjoy bringing that back. Because Inferno was cool. People really liked Inferno. And I know a lot of new players, like Gabby never got to experience Inferno. And she's like, you know, Inferno would make Hunt like so cool. It'd be so cool to experience that again. Okay, where is Rotjaw? Why am I not finding her? I was on their survey recently about the Inferno weather. I think that it would be a missed opportunity not to do it at some point this year. Inferno is like a surefire, like, this is fun, this is awesome, and if they're trying to like lighten the load a little bit on their devs, then I think it makes sense to like recycle some events or bring back ones that haven't been added to or haven't been in the game for a while. Obviously, I would still like at least one sort of new, exciting thing. I don't want it to all be recycled stuff this year, but I think that just from a practical standpoint right now, I wouldn't be surprised. I do think that it's smart for Crytek to do that. Right there? Yes, it is. Do we think I can long arm a sticky bomb over there? I guess we'll see. Rio, thank you for the 4 months. I heard dualies. Yes, dualies saved me in the fight that I just did. Surprisingly. Honestly, not bad considering how that usually goes with stickies. I'll take a quarter damage. I would use the big dynamite bundle, but I can't get close enough to chuck it on her without, get close enough to chuck it on her without aggroing her. Speaking of aggro, geez. Like I brought the entire compound over here with that sticky bomb. These poison shreds bosses? It does. That's part of the utility to it. For our troubles, and we'll get out of here. Think. That'll leave. Door. Might be fun. There's like anything in its way around. Recently found out you can just back away from the slow bubble charges she does. You don't even need to sidestep it. Huh. Interesting. I forgot they increased the amount of like time it takes to channel Shadow Leap. That feels so weird. Wow. I remember a time when Shadow Leap worked on meatheads. I mean, you could basically just farm them infinitely. Why not the true shot instead of the normal ones? I just like the fire rate a bit more on the base packs. Like, yes, true shots are more accurate, but I don't know. I also just think the true shots look a little bit goofy dual wielded. True shot is slightly slower, yes. I also just go through like, I don't know, I go through like ebbs and flows of liking the true shot. Because true shot has like it's like really wobbly recoil, if that makes sense. Like the packs, when you shoot it, it pulls like up and to the side like slightly, like bang, bang, bang. The true shot, when you shoot it and your hunter kind of goes like they almost do like a circle, or like it dips down a little bit, like visually, not like the actual recoil, but like the visual recoil of it. And it's just really disorienting. It looks kind of weird. Like sometimes I like the true shot, but I don't know. I've been much more of a fan of the base packs lately. I'd go with the board. Have dualies, but I'm back on my conversion shit. Yup. Conversions are pretty good. Dolch and the officer do that too. The recoil can land much lower. Where you got started with them too. Yeah. I don't think, like, visually, I don't think visually, the officer like kind of pulls to the side is the way I see it. Kind of same with the Dolch. It's almost like your hunter tilts them like, I don't know, like 45 degrees to like the right, and then tries to recenter them. It does look a little bit strange. But yeah, the officer especially can have some centering issues where, especially it's more prominent on the officer carbine, where like you shoot it and yeah, sometimes your hunter just like pulls the fucking aim down for some reason, and there's nothing you can really do about it. Right, well that was a pretty good game. I'll take 7 kills on my first like actual game of the day. A redemption from the earlier spawn fight that I completely goofed up. That's fine. I'm gonna get rid of Shadow Leap. I don't really like using Shadow Leap. I never remember that I have it. And I guess we can go... Get you, and I guess we will grab Adrenaline for now. Officer Carbine is one of my favorite weapons. I don't so much like the regular carbine, but I do like the carbine Deadeye. I used that a bit at the start of the last event since it got a bit of a buff, just to see how it was. And it actually wasn't too bad. The buff to the carbine Deadeye was so good, essentially stops from having that weird recoil pattern. Yeah, it's, I don't know, it's... Like, it definitely still does have those weird recentering issues every now and then, but it is a lot less noticeable. And I think the issue was, it wasn't that it had, like, worse recoil per se than, like, the regular carbine. I think it just felt worse because the scope was amplifying it. You ever use shot bolt on the crossbow? Occasionally. I much more prefer steel bolts. I like running that with the crossbow Deadeye lately, but I do like shot bolt every now and then. Getting those long arcs is pretty cool, or long arcs is pretty cool. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it did just have like copy-pasted recoil from the standard carbine, which makes sense. Yeah, it does kind of make like Deadeye scopes aren't necessarily the most popular thing in the world anyways, so yeah. What if we got snow as weather event in Mammons? Yep, people have been asking for snow since like forever. Technically there is snow on Mammons, but it's not in the playable area, so you know. It would be interesting though. Like Crytek can't really. The reason that they haven't had snow before, I think, is they said that. Well, to be fair, it was the same with rain. They said that the engine couldn't really handle it. At least, like I think what they wanted to do with it, their engine couldn't handle it. Granted, this was before the engine upgrade, so who knows? But I do think snow, like a winter event with snow for mammoths, could be pretty cool. You shoot someone, you can see like blood drips in the snow. A lot more detailed blood trails if you shoot them with like Doom Doom or something that causes bleed. Of your bow skin, thank you. This is a Twitch Drops one. I don't know if it's been in rotation recently, but dark green is my favorite color. Dark green is a very nice color. I feel like this is a more underrated bow skin. I just like, I like this one and the Stalker Snarl, the one from the Lonely Howl DLC. It's like, has some like gray etchings in it and like little fuzz on the string. That one's my usual go-to. I just felt like switching it up a little bit, especially since I'm using poison arrows. A green bow felt appropriate. I just hate seeing people run around with that fucking gaudy, like... I like the skin. I like the Egyptian bow skin with the snakes on it. But seeing like every fucking white shirt or like scarecrow or like someone who like very clearly should not be owning like such a fancy looking bow running around with it, I just hate that skin because of it. It just doesn't fit with like... It doesn't really fit with like any... it doesn't fit with many hunters in the game. And I don't know, some people just don't have like a fashion sense. They just see, oh, it's a cool skin, therefore I'm gonna run it with my other cool skins, but they don't have like... Yeah, they don't have other skins to coordinate it with, or, you know. I think fashion is a very important aspect to the hunt. Like, you know, if I'm dying, I want people to look at my corpse and look at my weapon selection and be like, damn, at least she had drip. The new native bow set is really nice. That whole DLC is one of my favorites. I haven't looked too closely at it, mainly just because it's weapons that I either already have skins for or just weapons that I don't really use that often. Like, I don't remember the last time I ran just a regular Centennial Shorty, but I don't think it's cool. I like that they're adding more native rep to the game. I feel like a bison hunter is like a really cool idea. Not a real grunt. Fashion's the end game of every game. It really is. And I've spent way too much money on this game, but... Am I about to drop, you know, am I really about to drop fucking... like, $12 on a DLC just to get, like, I don't know, a knife skin that I really like? Probably, if it's a cool enough knife skin. But I like this game. This game has... I've definitely made back the amount of money that I've spent on this game just through like making a kind of a career out of it. So I don't feel too bad about, you know, buying DLCs every now and then. Which hunter has the least fashion? Oh. Like, I feel like we gotta like I see what you're cooking here, but I feel like we need to define that a little bit more. Are we talking like which hunter just has like 0 drip and like, because I feel like by that standard maybe even like a white shirt could be considered like 0 drip, right? Hillbilly? I don't know, like, or are we talking just like which skin can you do like very little with in terms of fashion? Oh, I'm getting shot at. I was just thinking, I'm like, I should maybe be a little more cautious here. Okay, guys. This is not a fight I see myself winning with a bow. This is an awkward compound, an awkward approach here. I might try and back off and go. Ooh. Ow. Go around. Oh. I can bait these guys into stepping in my traps, 100%. Just be careful I'm not getting shot by that drilling. Going like way over there. Okay, there's one. Yeah, that's what I was worried about. This puts me in a very awkward position here. Still think there's one over here somewhere, potentially. Yeah. No, I should stop this and just heal it with a regen shot. Oof. Shooting up there. Oh, Bounty pushed hard over this way. Hit her? Oh. I didn't, but... One of my arrow there. Fuck, I didn't know where to go. 21 meters away. I think I can stand up from this though. Through. I can back off and heal from this. I want to save this med kit so I have like something quick to heal up with if I need to. It's just him left. Okay, never mind. I'll try and lead them back to my traps here as best as I can. Fuck, they got a third one up too, shit. That's really annoying. I didn't realize that they got a third up. As soon as I saw him with the bow, I'm like, oh shit, there's one around the corner here. Hold on. There's a chance here. Oh no, because I'm out of necro. Damn it, right. Oh, that's annoying. Well, that's Kane dead. I feel like one's gonna step in the other trap at least, though. I didn't hear this guy defuse them, so... This guy's also playing bow dualies. Well, that was still a good fight, though. Lots of good movement, though, that's for sure. I should have just played more aggressively when I should have scanned sooner and seen that it was just the, the Reverend left. Well... don't think they're going to be stepping in those traps anytime soon. Oh well. Not a bad fight still. Can you explain how character progression works? I bought it when it first came out. If I remember correctly, you lose the match, you couldn't progress your character. So yeah, there is still progression to the game. There's two different things you can think of. There's your bloodline progression, which is basically like your account progression. So that's where you get like your weapon unlocks, where you unlock like different traits that you can purchase, stuff like that. Like that's more unlocking stuff. And then there's your actual hunter progression. So your bloodline is shown by this thing up here. You can also see it in the progression tab here. It shows you like all these different things you can unlock, like different tools, traps, whatnot. And then your actual hunter progression is when you buy a hunter, they start off at level 1 and they can go all the way up to level 50. And the higher level they go, the more traits you can get. So hunter XP is split equally between the two. But yeah, hunter XP goes to your hunter, or sorry, half the XP goes to your hunter and does that. Half of it goes to your bloodline, and then once you're max bloodline rank, you do just get like a couple small like cash rewards every now and then once you've unlocked everything. So, and yeah, if your character dies, then obviously you have to buy a new character, unless you have the death cheat trait, which is a very rare find that you can find in the world. That's kind of the only exception. When we get a battle pass, no idea. I am not Crytek. If I had to guess, I'm gonna assume we're probably gonna get something in June. Considering they've been teasing a lot of new stuff, and usually when they're teasing as much as they are, and it's not just very clearly like a weapon, or not a weapon, like a DLC, then I think I don't know. It looks like we're gonna get something in June, hopefully. Ideally. Oh yeah, which hunter is the least fashion? Zero drip, uncool, not actively trying to be ugly. I'm curious what chat thinks about this. Like, if you had to pick your... Like, if you see someone running a hunter that you just think, like... Again, they're not actively trying to be ugly. It's not like Kane, for example, or like Monroe. Because those are very, very clear... Or like Redneck, where they're very clearly intended to be a bit more silly, a bit more, like, kind of ugly. What are we thinking? Just like the most boring, bland, zero drip character. So I might have to think about this for a bit. I want to say white shirts, but like I feel like that's kind of an easy answer. And I feel like white drips you can still kind of have some drip. Certain white shirts, I'm not sure. But I'm curious what chat's what chat's thoughts on this are. When are we getting another Spectre Sniper shoot? Probably not for a while. Usually I don't, once I play something, I like to play something very different for a while, so might play slugs at some point in the future, but it probably won't be for a good while. Mama May, that is the wrong answer. I'm sorry. You cannot tell me that Mama May doesn't have drip. Lowest tier pumpkin guy. I kind of agree with that. I think that, like, yeah, the second and third form of, is his name just Harvest? I can't remember. The pumpkin skin from the guy with the pumpkin on his head from last year. Yeah, the first guy where he's just shirtless and it's just like literally a shirtless dude with a pumpkin on his head. I want to say that's it. One of the least fashionable is probably one of those veteran hunters that looks even worse than their rookie versions. I'm trying to figure out who that might be because I don't think any. I can't think of any that are off the top of my head like that. Legendary defaults they added are pretty lame, like Tonya Wegman. I think they have some amount of drip. I see them kind of as just like free hunter plus. I like some of them. The one lady who has like the bowler hat and like the big leather coat with like a fluffy collar to it. I like her. She's cool. Northstar has no Riz? That is a crazy take. No. I love Northstar. She has such fun little purple pants. I like her. Wait, did it unready me or did I do that? Oops. Reptilian has no drip? I'm gonna be honest, some of you guys have some bad takes. Like, I personally don't like Reptilian, like, playing against him. But I do think that he is like one of the most iconic skins they have put out. Where is he? Where are you, Mr. Reptilian? Like, you can't look at the Reptilian and tell me this is not a badass design. I still like the idea. I still think that default pumpkin guy. I don't like default pumpkin guy. No, some of the veteran hunters lose facial hair and stuff. Are you talking about a male hunter or a female hunter? Because we can look at that right now. Like, are we looking at this guy? Because I like these. I think these are cool. He's cool. She's really cool. I quite like Antonia Higuera. Reptilian's just covered in his blankies. Maybe he needs his little safety blankies, okay? I don't know. I think all the default hunters or all the rookie hunters look pretty cool. Like, this is very different from like these first two, but I still think it is a cool skin. I don't know. I like Joan Damon too. She's also pretty neat. Maybe this guy? Yeah, okay, I can kind of see it with this guy. This guy just looks like a con artist, though. I don't know. Well, actually ready up this time. Hear me out, the Reaper's an ugly skin? I don't think the Reaper's an ugly skin necessarily, but I do think that the Reaper is maybe like an overrated skin. Beatata has no drip. You are dead wrong. That is a swing and a miss. You don't talk about Beatata that way. She's so cool. I love her. Not only is it cool to just have like vitiligo rep, but also like her like bracelets, and like she's just such a unique hunter. I really like her. Ochenkov's one of the less enjoyable ones. Oh, like Ochenkov's widow, the like zombie lady. I like her. Private Eye is fairly dripless. I think that like her outfit is cool. It's just a shame that she's a Pinkerton. Like I think she has a very clean suit. Very, very stylish. However, again, she is a Pinkerton. So take with that what you will. Let's decide who has the best drip. Sure. Let's switch it around a little bit. I've heard your takes. Yeah, what is who do you think has the most amount of drip? I will put forth one of my claims here. I think Hunter I'm playing right now, Hornback, is one of the drippiest characters in the game. First or third person, it can be both. You can make an argument for both, I think. Statesman is an easy choice. Statesman's pretty cool. I wish I don't know what his significance is in the lore, because it looked like he was setting up to be like a very prominent character, having like this sort of beef with Sheriff Hardin. And he was around for like one sort of filler event, and then we never heard from him again. The Spirited's cool. I think any hunter that has like some sort of unique like flair to them, as in like maybe an archetype that we haven't seen in the game, I feel like has something going for them. You visit intense romance? Yes, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Was the last event to have lore, I think? No, there was lore with 2.0 with Scorched Earth. That was the last event. Sucker for cool masks, so probably Perstar, Daughter of Decay. Solid choices. I quite like those. Perstar, Dawn, or Dusk. Both are cool, but I'm just curious. Scaramuccia is neat. I fuck with him. Jonqui's dripped with swag. I mean, like, I don't know, is he supposed to be like a monk? I'm not sure. 'Cause he kind of looks like that. So he's like the attire that he's wearing and him being bald. I don't know if he just doesn't have any like remarkable like standout features to him. And if he does have, like, if that's intentional, then I totally respect that, but Carter has the most drip. Carter's cool. Anyone with a jacket full of tassels is cool in my book. Hyali's pretty neat. I like Hyali. Captain Lafitte, yeah. There's just so many good hunters in the game that, like, I always forget about. I haven't thought about Captain Lafitte or seen Captain Lafitte in, like, forever. But he is a very cool hunter. Corvid Brood. Corvid Brood's cool. Fuck with Corvid Brood. Conspirator. Like, again, another one of those ones where it's like, I don't really care too much for like the skin itself, but I think it's cool having that like just having that sort of like Guy Fawkes, like, you know, ship sinker type of dude. I think he's cool. Desert Rose. I was waiting for someone to say Desert Rose. I like her. She's cool. Is that an Avtomat that I'm hearing? Fucking better not be. Hail Mary looks good. Yup. Badass gunslinging nun. A badass gunslinging nun is always a slam dunk with in a Western setting. How many disconnects have you had this past week? I actually had my first disconnect in like months. Just like the other day. Aside from that, just one that I can remember off the top of my head. I might have had more, but at least over the past like At least over the past like month or two, I've only had the one this week. Also, it loves sending me to Greystone today, huh? Go-tos are Gunslinger, Shade Drifter for that classic cowboy look. Yeah. There definitely is something to be said. Like, as much as I like the, you know, the hunters who are kind of more occult and look a little more creepy and weird and out there, there is something to be said for just like sort of a classic like gunslinger look. Big hat, cool jacket. I mean, that's why I like the Hornback so much, because I feel like she just fits very well with like a lot of different weapons in the game. I guess another question I have then, if we're on the topic of fashion, do you try and like fashion, like coordinate your loadout as well? Like, do you pick weapon skins that you have that you think would fit a hunter? Or if you want to run a certain weapon that only has like, you only have like one weapon skin for it, do you try and pick a hunter that would match that? Was I hearing that? Did I just hear someone melee? I think I did. Yes. Okay, fuck. Fuck me, I guess, jeez. And the insta-burn, owie. I'm about to get bomb lance. No, you deserve that. Oh, why would you drop down? Down the aftermath. Oh, come on, you. That's what you get for running a fucking aftermath. I want to use it. I feel like I have to. No, I'll loot bodies back. It's fine. I just can't peek out here because of the Mosin. You have an F. Oh, you are using an Obrez? You are gross, you. I don't have anything to burn you with, but I feel like I need to. It's my solemn duty to actually find something to burn you with now. Well, they are after me. They revived the aftermath? Fucking did, didn't they? I don't know what hit there. Oh shit, I was... Did I land it on like fire or something? After might have been solo? I don't think... No, it was his teammates. What did I land that on? I didn't see any fire down there. I don't know what's going on there. These Makos and Mosins and... You also hadn't... No, this is the same person, I think. I think they looted the aftermath, maybe. I guess we'll see. We'll see if I killed her twice. Could have been a fire barrel, maybe. I'm not sure. Claw variants, heavy melee can one-shot to the head, right? No, the heavy... Because the heavy with claw variants... Are you talking on, like, the Mako, or are you talking on, like, a pistol? Because a pistol works... It's basically the same as a knife. If you're talking about, like, the Mako claw... If you're talking about, a Mako claw, then the heavy attack... I did down her twice. That's so funny. So that was the Abdomat, and then this was just a duo. Interesting. So that Mosin was shooting at me from. That was their third. Oh, that's annoying. Oh well. Either way, fuck the Abdomat. But yeah, the claws for light attack only, and the heavy attack is is like just a regular rifle butt, like, you know, gun buck someone. So I think that the claw can one hit to the head. I know it one hits grunts to the head. I'm not sure though. Yeah, it should if you hit them in the head. Specifically the Pax Claw, I think I'm going to pick it back up. Yeah, if you hit them in the head, again, treat it just like a knife. If a knife, anything a knife can do, a Pax Claw can do, or I guess a Dolch Claw as well, but... Guy with the bomb lance, though. Ammo boxes one hit to the head? I think they do, yeah. They definitely do with Berserker, but... Since the Mako's so unique, does the light one-shot to the head... Yeah, like I said, the claw variant of the Mako should one hit to the head. Should. I'm not 100% confident on that, but it should. Used to show horn skin check when hitting people with them. Yeah, that's pretty funny. See, like Gabby and some of the other friends we play with will do something similar, but like to each other, or we'll just throw dynamite at each other and say dauntless check. Doing so has basically forced a lot of my friends to pick up Dauntless because it's just so good. Yeah, Pax Claw is nice. It can be really nice too, like if you are still thinking of running a dedicated melee weapon. My favorite use case for it is if you're running something like, excuse me, like a knuckle knife or dusters, something that can't one-hit hellhounds easily, or just can't one-hit hellhounds, you need a follow-up. Actually, sorry, I guess the dusters and knuckle knife can, but you have to hit them in the head. The claw variant of the Pax will one-shot a dog with a body shot, so that can make dealing with hellhounds quite a bit easier. The fact that the Talon variants don't do claw attacks kind of bug me. Yeah, I don't think they're ever going to change that, because, like, I don't know, the claw, at least the Mako claw is now, like, an established thing. I feel like the claw variant of the Mako would just be a worse Talon at that point, so... I always pick up Dauntless, and if I don't, then I'll think I have it, and then I'll die. Yep, that is... That is how I started, like, oh, excuse me. That is how I discovered how good Dauntless was, is I just kind of forced myself to take it. I started off using it very sparingly. I was pretty much only using it for like choke bombs and whatnot. But the more and more you use it, the more you get kind of comfortable with it, the more like crazy plays you can do. And it does, like, it is probably the sickest trait in the game, I think. Is Hellborn right behind me? I think Dauntless is the sickest trait in the game. There is not much in this game that feels better than diffusing a dynamite someone threw at you and then blasting them away with a shotgun or something. What is back here? Okay, sure. Let's go say hi to Smelly. Here, doggies. Still alive. Blasting with a shotgun as they throw it and then dauntlessing their bomb. Yep. Very few things in the game feel better than that. Oh. Hellborn. I guess I should check. I'm assuming it's white, but probably double check that just in case. Damn it, Hellborn. Where did my arrow go? One more should get you. And my arrow's back. Thank you. Okay. Any other arrows that you dropped for me? Did I really lose all that many? So it would seem I did. Okay, let's grab the clue here. And let's be on our merry way. Could just take this and leave, but kind of don't really want to. Yeah, I think Dauntless is the sickest trait in the game. And for only 1 point, like, there's no reason not to bring it. That's unfortunate. I really wanted that back. Wanted my second back. Oh well. Onwards to La Plata, I guess. This probably isn't like the smartest idea in the world because people are probably going to intercept me as I'm heading over there. I'll probably have to go through the mines. Because if I get caught in the middle of the open with this loadout, probably not going to be fighting back too effectively. Let's just kind of hope that doesn't happen. I also want to put the question out. I'm curious what you guys think about. I thought I heard someone. Hold that thought. so dead here. Mind rampage, fuck! I saw the prompt too, I couldn't get her in time though. Maybe stand up from this. Mind. Never mind, okay. Do you have any tips on how to get better? Die a lot and question why you died. As weird as that sounds, just thinking back and being like, okay, what could I have done better? Because sometimes it is just kind of bad luck, and sometimes you can play perfectly and you just die because someone like snuck up behind you and you did not hear. But if you are thinking about why you died, oftentimes there is a, like, in that sense there, I can trace back why I died, and it was not just because I got sandwiched from both sides. Like, obviously that's, obviously that is why I died. That's the direct cause of my death, but I also put myself in a disadvantageous situation because not only am I a solo carrying the bounty across the map, which, you know, that's always going to be a little bit, a little rough there. But, I recognize that I did not have a good long-range loadout, and tracking across the map, people can just catch me out in places, and I recognize that I probably should have just taken that bounty and left, and just been over and done with it, but... I don't know, like, sometimes it just happens, and the more you play, the more you will get familiar with the game, the more you get familiar with compounds, too, and you can kind of figure out, like... You can figure out... Like, sound in this game is really good, but part of good sound is hearing where someone is and being able to visualize where they are in that compound. Like, compound specifically, it's less... it's less important for, like, out in the wilderness, because you can kind of... there's less places for people to, like, hide. There's less, like, really weird, peaky spots. Like, for the most part, it's pretty standard. Like, there's, like, rocks and trees and very standard cover, very standard geometry. But for compounds especially, it is, I think, very important to just learn your compounds, learn, like, the layouts of boss layers, learn where people like to peek from, and unfortunately there's no hard and fast way to do it. It's just kind of like, it's just something that you pick up over time. You pay for that knowledge in blood. I do think there's also something that can be said for picking a loadout that complements your playstyle too. Like if you're someone who insists on running like a Sparks, but then always like pushes into buildings and plays extremely aggressively, like, I'm not going to tell you not to run the Sparks, because you can run whatever the hell you damn want. You can run whatever you want. I'm not going to tell you not to, but if you're trying to improve and if you're trying to make smart decisions about your playstyle, it might be worth looking into something like a shotgun, or maybe something with a little faster fire rate, or even just a rifle that has more than one shot in it and not a super long reload. Or maybe like the Martini Henry if you really want to run single shots and play aggressively, because you can put like a riposte variant on it or something. Keep jumping between 4 and 5 star. I think I've been doing super good in 5 star, and I'm kind of close to 6 stars, I think. Nice. Yeah, if that's your goal to get to 6 star, like, I know there's people who are like, there's people in here who are proud to be like 3 and 4 stars. Like, that is where, like, 5 and 6 stars where fun goes to die. I hate it there. Fair enough. I understand, like, you will get more sweats, and you will get sweats who are better at the game up there, so it can be harder, or you get people in general who are just better at the game, so it can be harder to make kind of silly stuff work, or not. For certain people, it can be hard to make things that aren't necessarily strong work, right? Like, the loadout that I'm playing is not it is far from a meta loadout. It is far from a strong loadout, because again, especially as a solo, I don't really have anything that is effective past like 35 meters. So it's nothing that's reliable past 35 meters. If I was really trying to like do this and I really wanted to run like a bow or dual wielding, I'd probably bring like a short rifle or something instead. But I recognize that I've been playing this game for like, I've been playing this game for over 3,000 hours. I've been playing this game since 2021. And I like to think that I am, you know, is with the spawn fights today. Okay, I'll continue this in a second. Over on the other side already. That was unfortunate. Dualies were not on my side there. He's down below there. I think one's up on the roof. Yeah, I want to rotate from here. I don't like having my back to the creek. On the roof. Where is this person with the silencer? Right there. That's unfortunate that I had to lose that, but... Who is this? That is an entirely different team. There's no way that's not an entirely different team. Told you. This is oddly enough kind of better for me. But never mind, I lied. God damn it, other team. I was like, Cat, thank you for the 5 months. I really appreciate it. But yeah, what I was saying... Fuck dualies for messing me up there. What I was saying is, I feel like I am better than the average player at Hunt just because of the amount of time that I've put in. And I have pushed myself to run really weird stuff and gotten I feel comfortable with pretty much any weapon in the Hunt arsenal. Maybe not like incredibly comfortable. I still have weapons that I feel more comfortable with than others, but I can pick up any weapon in the game and be like, I kind of know how I'm going to use this. I know like the interactions that I can push with this. And that's just that. So I feel like I have the knowledge to make those things work, but I feel like I have made these, I have made these weapons work, or I make these loadouts work because I have, for every good loadout like this, I have played something a bit stronger, and played these weapons in a more serious setting, you know? Not holding the angle none of you burn was really well played, though maybe not intentional. Yeah, I was really hoping she was going to peek it again, but I think she was out and needed to reload. I present a silly idea, make a loadout purely based on deception, living people's heads runs free, decoys, small slot melee weapons, silent weaponry, be the ghost that haunts the lobby. I was thinking of doing that at one point, running, like, I don't know, a silencer with subsonic and like a hand crossbow with decoy bolts. Or chaos bolts rather. I feel like that could be kind of interesting. Just cause a lot of chaos and just not really have people not know where I'm peeking from. Hello, Brayfro. How's it going? Yeah, if you're looking to improve, basically just play a lot and play stuff that you're comfortable with. And once you figure out a strong loadout and weapons that synergize with certain things, like picking a loadout is, I think, half of, or maybe not half, but like at least a third of setting yourself up for success. You know, if I'm bringing like a crossbow, well, I already have like a good close range option. I probably don't need something like a quartermaster shotgun, as obvious as that may seem, but I don't know. I like having some close and long range potential in all of my loadouts, more or less. I'm trying to make like a good strong loadout. So setting yourself up and figuring out synergies with weapons that work with your playstyle and that work with each other is, I think, a very good way to improve, or at least it makes things easier for you to improve because you aren't constantly fighting with your loadouts. So picking a good loadout and just dying a bunch. It's pretty much the best way to do it. Can't think of filling in gaps. Stacking ammo is always nice. Yep, stacking ammo can be good. There's usually always like some gap to fill though, is the thing. Like even if you're running something like a drilling, you know, I think the drilling can pair well with like either a nice like fast firing pistol, because say you land a shot on someone, then with your second one, they're on low health, they're bleeding if you have Doom. It's nice to have something to follow up with. Seeing so many like early fights today. Is he solo? No way she's solo because she hasn't stood back up yet. The clue's not going off though. Oh, now it's red. Fuck, I saw them at the last second. Cause me some issues, I can already tell. Too many issues, though. Blue's still not going off. Say, I think I still hear people around though. Just want to loot them to try and get my medkits back. And burn them ideally, but... Lantern anywhere? I want to put traps on them, but I also kind of don't. See, I think I see one all the way over there. An entirely different team. Oh my god. Whew. Not gonna lie, that kind of put my fucking heart in my throat for a second. Woo! Yikes. Right, okay. Jeez, that's... The guy with the bomb lance, like, fully swung his bomb lance, too. He just missed me. Is that... I'd burn all three of them here if I find a lantern. I think that was one of the people who was shooting at me from across the way, right? I mean, they're obviously a part of a trio, but... I don't know if anyone's successfully ever pushed up that staircase. Well, these three certainly didn't. I'm just glad that they missed all of their shots, but... God damn. Is he still dead down there? She is. Okay, I'm gonna assume this was just a duo then. This person's obviously burnt out. I might just try and find a lantern just in case. Don't really want them coming back to haunt me. Let's just do this. Just be extra safe. Okay, I could do with some ammo. Okay, so I'll grab this clue. Grab the clue, grab the supply point, and then out of here, I suppose. They were burnt out, but you could see their gun. Yeah, sometimes that just happens. It's like they're having fun out there. Might be fighting Rotjaw or something. I'm gonna head here, grab the grab some ammo. I said my regen shot. I'm gonna grab some ammo and grab the melee weapon that's there, and we will go deal with Butcher. Like, I do have my ammo box, but I kind of want to save that in case I need it. Dragon's Breath is not very useful to me. Okay. Wait, the weapon too? Where is it? Is there not a melee weapon that spawns on the boats? I think there actually might not be. Alright, I guess we will just go use our bow then. Actually, there should be an axe in like the logs over here. You're the first dude you destroyed, GG. Hey, thank you. I'm be honest, I don't know if you were the person tending the clue or the person who was up on the rafters. But whoever had the Springfield marksman, I was a little surprised that I landed that bow shot. That was a little. I surprised myself there. So yeah, GG, you had me on the ropes there for a second. I wasn't sure. I thought you were gonna push me real quick with the as soon as you landed that bleed on me because I was basically stuck, but scared the crap out of me. Yeah, a bow will do that. Butcher here. Oh. I was on the rafters. GG to you. If it makes you feel any better, I did kill another trio that tried to sneak up on me afterwards, so you weren't the only ones. I'm gonna assume that's what the fighting was that I heard up here then. I think I also want to very quickly throw some traps around. Don't know how long I have until these people go up. Place it here. They might not notice it. This one. Come on. Check it down. Wait, now let's head back in the way I came, barricade that up, and then let's get to the mission, I guess. I'm not sure if there's anyone else around. I mean, I think, again, there were people up here. It sounded like fighting. I'm gonna assume that's where Rotjaw is, but I'm not too sure if that's who I was here, if they were actually fighting Rotjaw or not. Yeah, I don't have Necro either. What did I lose Necro on again? What did I die? I was definitely at Nichols. I just can't remember when I died at Nichols. Oh yeah, Springfield is the face at the very start. Right, okay. Right. Well, in that case, I don't think I'm gonna go for Rotjaw. I think I'm just gonna probably head to Wolf's Head. I'm gonna assume there's probably people waiting for me up here. If they're smart and they want to intercept, they'll go here, and then there's not really much I can do about it, but I don't hear anyone right now. I don't know. I feel like there's people lurking around. I don't hear that fighting up north unless they all, like, raided, maybe. Either trying to, like, down Rotjaw, I'm not sure. Something doesn't feel right, though. But just one person? Oh. Hey out there, you a solo? Not sure if you can hear me, but I'm also a solo. If you want to just take this and we'll call it even, call it peace, then I am more than down to do that. Any yes, no, maybe? Take that as a no then. Just want away from this meathead from now. He's coming after me, he wants me. I said no peace. Oops. You getting chased by dogs? Is he trying to slug me? Okay, well, I warned you. Get him, grunts. Oh. I warned you. We could have had peace, but you said no. Critical failure on the diplomacy roll? Yeah. Okay, well, I guess I can go for Rotjaw then. He is definitely not getting up. I gave him a fair chance, and he said, no, I don't feel like it. I want to kill. Could have had a free bounty token, but no. He's a feisty little white shirt. Alright, Rotjaw, where are you? And I think this will probably be... I'll grab Rotjaw and I'll probably call this as my last one. Probably out in here, maybe all the way at Maw. Let's go. I feel like I definitely got the hang of this loadout today, though. I feel like I've had a lot of really good matches with it. First stream I did, I was kind of getting to grips with it because I haven't used the bow in forever, and it's not often that I use dualies. And then last stream, I was landing a lot of good bow headshots, just my dualies were just not working with me. They were just not compliant whatsoever. And then today, I feel like I've had decent luck with the dualies. I'm getting the bow down. Feels good. This has been a fun loadout. Do I feel that I've got any value out of poison arrows? No. Aside from just making AI like super easy to clear, it's like kind of about it. And the bow already clears AI super well, so I don't even feel like I got like that much more value out of it. Definitely ups the cool factor of this loadout, because I'm sure people probably didn't like getting poisoned and bled when they got hit with it, but like, you haven't gotten value out of poison at all? No, I feel like if anything, I got some value out of poison on the dualies. Just because, like, there were times where I would land a shot on someone who was, like, peeking with an aggressive partner or whatever, and they would back off for a little bit because, you know, they were poisoned. And I feel like that made sense, but I feel like in the actual situations where I actually would have wanted to get poison value out of the bow, I just killed them. And on the dualies to finish tag people through walls would be nice. Yeah, it would be if you were trying to make this loadout. You're trying to upgrade a little bit more, but I'm not. I don't really care too much. Yeah, I would probably put like FMJ ammo. I don't know. FMJ might be... I don't know how I feel about FMJ ammo on dualies though. Maybe on the conversions it's probably fine, but on the packs I'm not too sure, because I don't feel like it would go super well, just because like the recoil is already a bit unpredictable, and FMJ does increase your recoil. But if you're maybe pacing yourself a little bit more, maybe better on like true shots. Fires just a tiny bit slower. Or maybe on like Scott Fields. Scott Fields would probably work a lot better too. That's literally useless for me, so I'm not gonna take that, I guess. But metal! But FMJ! Poor Gator doesn't have arsenic in her to kill 3 assassins, yeah. Yeah. Poison dualies will do that to you. Yeah, I think if I was to run FMJ, I would either run it on like maybe conversion pistols that have like a little bit less recoil, or run it on something a bit slower firing, like a True Shot or a like Scott Fields. I miss the days when I could actually like deal with immolators effectively with poison. Just a one headshot and they're done. Bad days. I don't think there's any blueprint. I still have a few things I haven't unlocked yet. It's mainly just like variants for like the Mosin, the Lebel, weapons I don't really use too much, so. Wish we had a Swift variant for the Scott Field Precision. That's a cool idea. I kind of like that idea. Scott Field Precision isn't the most loved weapon in the game. I feel like having a Swift variant could be kind of cool. It wouldn't be the first time that we... Where are my arrows? Did you eat them? Okay. Oh. Oh. There they are. There's one at least. Because, yeah, like other precision weapons in the game also have like a secondary attachment added to them. Mostly it's the Deadeye scopes, but I feel like a Swift variant could be kind of cool. Be a nice addition, I think. I do feel like precision pistols kind of need some love. I like that they made it so they have more ammo, and I like that they made it so that they have like at least the Scott Field Precision has a slightly faster fire rate now. Or at least I say now, that came with 2.0, it's like almost a year ago, but I like the idea of a Scott Field Precision Swift though. I am cooking up some ideas for like what I want to do. I think the next video that I'm going to do, I'll probably start working on it like tomorrow or something like that. I just want to give like some weapons that I would like to see in Hunt. Because I feel like just over the last couple of weeks, we've come up with quite a few really interesting ones. Like the whole ideas that we had for bringing the Shredder back in a much more manageable state. I still really want a True Shot or a Pax Deadeye. I feel like could be really, really cool. Whoever suggested the whip melee, that was a really interesting idea. I don't know, I feel like there's just a lot that Crytek could do with the game that isn't that has potential to be more impactful than things like the Ober's match. Because I really don't know what they were thinking with the Ober's match, and I'm curious to see with this next update. Like, I'm curious to see if they're gonna do anything with it. Add a blowgun. That's an idea. I could fuck with a blowgun. Maybe make it like a tool slot. I don't know. Maybe make it similar to like the Derringer, where it's mainly meant as like sort of a utility or like a backup, but like if you land a headshot with it, it kills. I don't know. Could be interesting. Maybe some hand crossbow bolts that instant revive teammates. You could call them revive bolts. Wait a second, Blush, you might be onto something there. Wait. All right, well, I think I'm going to end it here. Thank you to everyone for coming out today. I really, really appreciate it. If you want to support me more, there are links down below to all my other stuff. YouTube, Twitter, Discord, Patreon, all sorts of fun things, either in the widgets or the description of YouTube, whatever platform you're on. There was also a new YouTube video uploaded yesterday looking at the most versatile compact sniper in the game, at least I think. So if you want to go check that out, again, link down below, go take a peek. But that's all I really got to say. I will see you all next week for, I don't know what I'm going to do, but check the Discord as I'll post the schedule there as to what I'm running soon.